Hi again everyone and welcome to another episode of Beards and Board Games with me, Georgie. Today I'm going to be reviewing Codenames by Vlada Chvátil. This game came out in 2015, or pretty recently this year should I say, summer, say Gen Con in America, say S in Europe. It is a party game from 2 to 8 plus players. The game is basically one player plays a code master and the other one plays the, how do they refer to it? I believe it's the operations expert. I'll correct myself when I'm doing the down view of the game. I believe it's the operations experts because there can be a few of them. So you initially try and split the groups into two teams. So one team would say have one spy master, and they know exactly which cards in the grid, which I'll show you in the down view, that the operations experts need to guess, and they will say certain words following certain specific rules to try and get people to guess the correct cards. They would also say that sort of a word followed by a number to say how many cards that are attached to that particular word that you've just said, hence the name Codenames. So you're trying to find all the secret agents, essentially, is the theme, I guess, in this game. There isn't really much theme to it, I guess, because it's a party game though, but otherwise let's go and have a look at Codenames and see what I think. So guys, you'll see here a basic setup for Codenames, regardless of how many players you're playing with, but I'm going to just pretend just say for example, we're going to be playing with 4 people today, so there's going to be 2 spy masters and 2 field operatives. That way, I got the correct name for it. I believe I didn't in the intro, so here's hoping I do for the rest. So you would set up a 5x5 grid, meaning 25 cards. And there is a blue team and a red team. There's also one double-sided card because whoever goes first has to guess one more card than the other team. So they have an advantage of going first and the disadvantage of having an extra one to guess. However, you can obviously get more than one card on one guess. There's also an assassin card, only one, and innocent bystanders. So how do you win? You win by guessing all your cards correctly, or by the other player or the opposing player guessing the assassin square. Now you're asking, how do you know which squares are yours? That's down to these cards here. So there's a deck of cards, not sure exactly how many is in there, but quite a hefty deck of there. And not to mention you can put it in sort of whatever way, so because it's square you can literally put it in whatever way you want. And that's how the card's set up there. So the red team would be, the top 4 red cards. So the 2 spy masters would sit on the same side and they'd be looking at it in the same direction. So the card would match the direction of the grid that they're looking at it at. You see who goes first by the colour of light, or I guess light is the best way to put it, on the outside of the card there. So in this case red would go first, so you would see he's got one more card to guess than blue. And there's where the assassin lies. So in this case you don't want anyone to guess watch, because, to say you don't want anyone, if you want the opposing player, because if the opposing player guesses watch, he gets assassinated and you win instantly. Other than that, you need to say individual words to get people to guess your words, but not guess others. If they run into an innocent bystander, your turn ends. If they hit or select another player's card, even better for the other player, because your turn then ends, and then the other player also reveals that that's one of his cards too, so he gets one step, he gets another sort of boost there. And that's basically how you play Codenames. You would say there is some specific rules as to what words that you can say and words that you can't say. And to be honest, with it being such a party game and with a family game, I dictate saying a lot of house rules in regards to that. There is specific ones, like if you can't say I'm looking at the board for an example here. You can't say rock 2. So in regards to, you're referring to Rock Band on the second row. So you can't say a number to dictate like what card or what row it is. You say a word that relates to the words that are on the table, and then a number dictating how many cards relate to that word. And then the field operatives will, if in groups or individuals, will decide together and then touch the cards that they believe are your players. So say for example, if this was the red player and the red group guessed this, the red player would say correct and put one of his cards over. But say, for example, they guessed this card, which is a blue player card, you can see dictated here, then that would be their turn over, but a blue card would still go over the top of there, giving the blue player that slight advantage there. And that's basically how you play Codenames. I'm not going to give too many more examples of words or anything like that, because I think it kind of gives it away and takes a little bit of the fun out of it. Even though you do get 200 cards, which technically means 400 Codenames because they're double-sided, which is so much. You also get a timer, which I think is a little harsh, but you can use it, you can not. Again, it's a variant. And that's basically it. Let's go and see what I thought about Codenames. So everybody, what did I think of Codenames overall? I'm not its biggest fan, unfortunately. I know it's risen really high through the Board Game Geek ranks, and I know it's risen really high in the party game rank. I just can't get into it as much as other people. I think it'd be a great family game. The fact that it plays from 8+ players is really awesome, even though if you've got that even player count, you end up... odd player count, you end up deciding who the thickest person is, and they get picked last, I guess, if you're doing the pick the team. So I guess kind of feels like high school again for us kind of chubby guys. So other than that, that's its downside. Again, plus side, the fact that it plays 8 players, and the fact that it only takes 15, 20, 25 minutes if there's a lot of discussion going on, depending on what cards are there. I like the thought mechanism when you're the spy master. I don't so much like being the operations expert. Or I believe that's what it's called again. Memory, blah. But I don't so much like guessing the cards, but I guess that's just my own preference. Other than that, it's fine as far as party games go. It's definitely not in my top party games, but it's certainly there. It's okay. I'm not as hung up on everyone else is on it, like I said. Other than that, that's my opinion on Codenames. Guys, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and you can also follow me at Beards and Boards on Twitter. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Catch you guys later.